Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Soap operas live and breathe through drama, intrigue, and the constant ability to reinvent characters and plots. The Bold and the Beautiful has mastered this formula for decades, often blurring the lines between realism and over-the-top storytelling. Few characters embody that tradition better than Sheila Carter, the infamous villainess who has been wreaking havoc across Genoa City and Los Angeles since the early 1990s. But recent spoilers and story arcs suggest that Sheila's latest storyline is starting to wobble. Fans are voicing growing frustration, questioning continuity errors, character motivations, and even the believability of her sudden changes in fortune. Has Sheila finally reached the point where her story doesn't add up anymore? Or is this just another soap tactic to set her up for a shocking twist? This deep dive will unpack Sheila Carter's current storyline, the history that makes her such a notorious figure, fan reactions, plot holes that are raising eyebrows, and where B&B could go next. Sheila Carter, the soap world's longest-running villainess. Sheila Carter is a name that commands attention in the soap opera universe. She debuted on The Young and the Restless in 1990 before crossing over to The Bold and the Beautiful in 1992. What made Sheila unique from the beginning was her chilling combination of intelligence, obsession, and ruthlessness. Her early villainy, on Y&R, Sheila's manipulative ways included stealing babies, faking pregnancies, and elaborate schemes to win men who didn't love her. Arrival in LA. When she crossed into B&B, her obsession with controlling the lives of the Forrester family became her signature storyline. Poisoning Stephanie, shooting people in fits of rage, and using disguises became trademarks. Unkillable legacy. Sheila has died more times than fans can count. From being presumed dead after gunshot wounds to falling from balconies, she always reappears, scarier and bolder than before. This longevity has made Sheila one of daytime TV's most compelling villains. But therein lies the problem. When you cheat death too many times, the audience starts losing faith in the story. The current spoilers. What's happening with Sheila now? Recent B&B spoilers show Sheila trying to piece together a redemption arc. Instead of her usual violent scheming, she has been attempting to repair her image, particularly in the eyes of her son, Finn John Finnegan, and his wife, Steffi Forrester. But things aren't going smoothly. Sheila claims she's changed. Sheila insists she wants to be part of Finn's life without bringing danger to his family. She argues she's a mother who deserves a chance. But fans aren't buying it. Her track record is so horrendous that it seems impossible for her to be anything other than dangerous. Steffi's refusal to forgive. Steffi has made it clear. Sheila is a threat, and she doesn't want her near her children. Steffi has lived through too much of Sheila's violence to pretend otherwise. Deacon's role. Surprisingly, Deacon Sharp has been written as Sheila's ally, and in some spoilers, even her lover. This pairing has confused fans who remember Deacon's growth into a somewhat respectable father figure for Hope. Why would he risk it all for Sheila? The reformed Sheila storyline. Writers appear to be setting up Sheila as a woman desperate for acceptance, yet her actions still lean toward manipulative. This contradiction has led many viewers to feel like her story doesn't add up. Why fans say the storyline doesn't make sense. 1. Sheila's redemption arc feels rushed and unrealistic. Sheila is a character who has poisoned, kidnapped, shot, and terrorized countless people. Expecting fans to believe she can suddenly be redeemed feels lazy. True redemption takes time, layers, and believable motivation. Instead, B&B seems to be hand-waving her crimes in favor of drama. 2. Deacon's romance with Sheila is out of character. Fans have called out the Deacon-Sheila romance as nonsensical. Deacon fought hard to win back some dignity, yet pairing him with Sheila destroys that progress. Why would he throw away his relationship with Hope just to be with someone like Sheila? 3. The 9 lives trope is overdone. Sheila's many miraculous survivals are starting to feel cartoonish. Each time she dies and comes back, the audience groans louder. Without real consequences, her storylines lose emotional weight. 4. Continuity errors. Soap fans have sharp memories, and many have noticed continuity issues. For example, Sheila's claims about being a changed woman clash with flashbacks to her recent violent acts. Characters seem to forget just how recently Sheila tried to kill people. 5. The writers can't decide if she's a villain or a victim. Sheila flips too quickly between predator and misunderstood mother. In one scene, she's threatening Steffi. In another, she's crying about family. These whiplash shifts make the character inconsistent. Fan reactions, outrage, frustration, and exhaustion. On social media and soap forums, B&B fans are vocal about Sheila's storyline. Some recurring sentiments include, "How many times do we have to go through the same cycle with Sheila? She cries, she promises she's changed, then she shoots someone again." The Deacon/Sheila romance is the most ridiculous storyline the show has ever tried. If the writers want us to believe Sheila is redeemable, they need to put in the work. Right now, it feels like a joke. Every time Sheila cheats death, the show loses credibility. Interestingly, there are also fans who secretly love her chaos. A subset of viewers argue that without Sheila, the show would be boring, but even they admit her storylines need more careful writing. What went wrong with Sheila's storyline? The core issue isn't Sheila herself, it's the way she's being written. Soap operas thrive on over-the-top drama, but they still need internal logic. Sheila's current arc suffers because the show relies too much on shock value. Bringing Sheila back from the dead yet again may deliver a week of buzz, but it doesn't sustain long-term storytelling. The lack of consequences. Sheila's actions rarely lead to real punishment. In soaps, villains can escape justice, but when it happens repeatedly, the audience stops caring. Unclear direction. The writers can't decide if Sheila is a dangerous villain or a tragic anti-hero. That indecision bleeds into every scene. Poor character pairings. Deacon and Sheila's romance feels forced, and it weakens both characters. What could save Sheila's storyline? Even though fans are frustrated, there are ways to salvage Sheila's arc. 1. A definitive redemption or downfall. The writers need to choose. Is Sheila going to genuinely change, or is she destined to remain a villain? Dragging out the ambiguity is exhausting. 2. A strong rival. Sheila thrives when she has a formidable opponent. Steffi is strong, but their feud has played out too many times. Perhaps pairing Sheila against someone unexpected, maybe even Hope or Brooke, could freshen the story. 3. Real consequences. Sheila needs to face a major consequence that sticks. Prison, exile, or losing Deacon for good could provide the weight her storyline needs. 4. Exploring her past. Sheila's backstory is rich with untapped material. Flashbacks or new revelations about her early years could add depth instead of recycling the same "I want my family" angle. 5. A shocking but logical twist. Sheila's best moments come from jaw-dropping reveals. But the twist has to make sense. Perhaps she has another secret child or a hidden illness that motivates her behavior. The bigger picture, what Sheila represents for B&B. Sheila Carter isn't just a character. She represents a larger problem in daytime TV. How do you keep long-running villains relevant without burning out the audience?